What's going on, Coaster Squabble? We are back for day 3 of the Race to 250 vlog. We got done with 250 yesterday with Steel Curtain, and now we're here at Cedar Point. But hold on for 1 second there, Kevin from the summer. Editing Kevin checking in right here. Did you really think that the one day you were at Cedar Point in the summer, Top Thrill 2 was going to be open? Let's check back into all the times in the vlog where you thought it might be. Stuff. But unfortunately, Top Thrill 2 is not opened yet. Nor have they ran one test train. So yeah, a little disappointing. Still says delayed for maintenance and no signs of it opening. So we're gonna need a miracle today. But at least they're being clear. I'm not gonna be able to stay till 4, so no Top Thrill 2 for me today. But at least I know now, and I can start making my way out. Well, that's gonna do it for our day at Cedar Point. Got on a lot of rides. No Maverick, no Steel Vengeance, no Top Thrill 2, but pretty much everything else we got on in just under 4 hours. So. All right, so that one June day was pretty unlucky, but the summer wasn't over yet. Let's see if fates changed when we visited back in August. What up, Coaster Squabblers? We're back. Cedar Point take 2. We were here earlier in the summer, as you saw earlier in the vlog, but fast forward in time 2 months. It's now August 9th, Saturday. We got the flash passes here, food pass on the other wristband. But we just finished up roughly 20 rides today. 5 on Top Thrill 2, 3 on Steel Vengeance, 4 on Maverick. I mean, we got on everything today. I'm here with my friend Isai.
Yo, what up?
He's Cedar Point. He's almost as much of a coaster enthusiast as me. I mean, what'd you think about today?
Today was awesome. The weather was a little warm, but like sunny, no issues, and just overall amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice. I mean, I think it was as hot as it could be without being too hot. My hair is so cooked right now. My face is cooked. But overall impressions, Top Thrill 2, crazy good. I mean,
insane.
It is insane. And we got all over it all time today. We got the front, we got the back, we got the middle, we got a day and night, and it is just insane. I don't even know how to describe it. I can only do it in a review. Siren's Curse though, mid. It's, like I said, the only issue is it runs a little bit too slow. It's a nice, it's fun. It's not very intense. So I think it's a good stepping stone coaster for maybe kids that have not gone on a upside down one before, even though it is a tilt coaster and a lot of people get freaked out by that. But Mavericks running better than ever. Steve running better than ever. Magnum running better than ever. I mean, he's
got the whiplash.
He got a little bit of a rough time on Magnum, but that's kind of how to ride. So yeah, we were mainly just focused on getting all the critical stuff done today. Tomorrow we're not gonna have the fast lanes, so it's gonna be a little tougher to do stuff, but we're gonna try to get on some of the filler coasters like Gatekeeper and Valraven and Raptor. But what'd you think about the food today? This is the first time we've ever tried out the food wristbands, and we had 2 meals, 2 full meals. We went to Backbeat Barbecue and I think the Farmhouse Kitchen near Maverick. What do you think about that?
Overall, I think that they were well. There's definitely some misinformation on the app as to what some of the sauces or some of the options that there are. So it's think of it more simply. That said though, simply just like having the ability to get as many drinks as you want within 15 minutes is completely goated. And then if you would get at least like 2 meals, it's so worth it. Yeah,
I mean, you really just have to get 2 meals worth and then pretty much as many drinks as you want, and you got it worth it. Like, I think retail, if we didn't get the pass today, we easily would have spent over $80. But easily. I mean, $45, it's still a deal. So tomorrow we're not going to spend as much of a full day here, so we're actually going to split a full meal plan, which I think will be plenty good enough. But yeah, Top Thrill 2 is just crazy. That is just, I mean, it's going to be somewhere in the title. Just, it is fast, it is intense. The airtime is crazy over, one, the hang time just on the spike, but also the drop. You get flung like nobody's business. It is a little rough. It does ride not rough's not the right word. It vibrates a lot. It shakes a lot. Almost like we described it if you were taking off in space, like the turbulence that you'd feel there. But I think we both agree it's number 2 at the park. Easily. Can't beat Steve. It still can't. It killed. Steel Vengeance it just can't be beat. Steel Vengeance is just too good. So, anyways, yeah, it's been picture perfect day here. Thankfully, we didn't get close to the last ride of the night. We got in line for Top Thrill 2 probably at like 10:40, and I think we got off of our ride at 11:05. So we could have squeezed in another 20 minutes, but we also wanted to make sure after we were done with Steve and Maverick that we just got on Top Thrill 2 one more time.
Absolutely. We also had the Easter egg of the red moon.
The red moon, yeah, here, actually, I'll show them right now. So this moon right here that's just scenically over Gatekeeper's arches was actually like bright red by the time we went on Magnum. At the time we rode it, it was just like Magnum's lift hill, the moon over to the right. Hugo's Italian Kitchen, this is where Isai, he didn't get beef, but he had beef because there's no meatball sub per the menu. False advertising, that's how they get you. Yeah, but the meal plan, it says on all the restaurants, oh, meatball sub, or what was it, chorizo steak that got you excited?
No, it was chimichurri sauce.
Chimichurri sauce, no chimichurri sauce. So I will say, with the dining plan, it is probably the most basic of basic foods you can get. Like, we still got the brisket from Backbeat Barbecue, and we did get the steak from the Farmhouse Kitchen, which were good, but there's only 2 or 3 options per restaurant. So it's definitely worth it if you're gonna stay here a full day. If you're only gonna stay here half a day, we probably wouldn't recommend it. At least get the drink plan though. The drink plan for $15, you make your money's worth in 3 drinks, and it's 15-minute refills. So pretty much every 15 minutes, we are just chugging water, chugging Gatorade, staying hydrated, making sure that everything was all square. All right, that's gonna wrap up day 1 at America's Roller Coaster, Cedar Point. Isai couldn't have asked for a better day, but don't go yet. Don't click off yet because we are hitting you with day 2 right now. All right, day 2. We're in front of Top Thrill 2. That sun is crazy. But yeah, it's day 2. We just got into early entry. We didn't even know we had it. It's 9:15 or so, and we're gonna ride Top Thrill 2 and see what's next. Let's do it.
Let's go.
What is up, Coaster Squabble? We didn't really film too much on day 2, so instead we got a little surprise for you. Instead of going through our day 2 vlog, we are going to rank all of the coasters at Cedar Point. So we got Isai back. We're gonna look at all the coasters. We got them all on screen for you here. We got them every single one to choose from. So we'll do a little bit of debrief. Some of them we didn't ride on the trip. Some of them only I've been on. But we got a lot of coasters to go through, and you guys can make your own opinions in the comments on where you think we should go. So starting off, let's start with Corkscrew, okay? Corkscrew, we went on it once. It's not bad. A little airtime on the first hill and a couple corkscrews to make it happen, but not as good as Demon at our Six Flags. The Demon's definitely a step above, but
I'd put it at mid.
I think it's mid. I think in my heart, I would put it at pretty good. In my heart, it's classic. It's got some history to it, but objectively, it's just pretty good. Wilderness Run is chopped. It's just the kiddie coaster. We didn't go on it. I haven't been on it since I was a kid. And while we're at it,
I feel like we should at least give it mid, just because
it's
Snoopy.
Mid.
Just because
it is Snoopy. Okay, and we'll get
Snoopy gets the points.
And Woodstock has to get some points too.
Yep.
Woodstock has to get some points too. Okay, fine. Wild Mouse, I'll actually throw Wild Mouse in pretty good. I rode it once in 2022. It was pretty good, but normally it has a really long line, and that's just not as fun. All right, Gatekeeper. Where do you think Gatekeeper goes? This is the last coaster we rode on the trip, day 2. So we were already coastered out. Our legs were bruised from all of the airtime on Steve, but yeah, what do you think?
I think that it's a good it's like the cappuccino at the end of a meal.
Yeah.
Like just like something nice to like throw it off.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like the full meal. I would say it's either the top end of pretty good or the very bottom end of awesome.
Yeah. I would say I think it's at the very top end of pretty good. I think we'll keep it here for now. it goes left to right. So the leftmost one is the best one. So Gatekeeper is better than Wild Mouse here. And actually, in that case, Woodstock Express goes. So for now, we'll keep it at the bottom of pretty good. But we can change it later. Gemini, ooh, I love Gemini. I'm biased. Gemini's been there for me ever since they became a coaster enthusiast. It was one of the first coasters I ever rode. But it's not better than Gatekeeper. It's not. I mean, it has its limits. So Gemini is gonna go right there. Actually, you know what? I'm throwing Iron Dragon and Chopped. It's got such a long line. It's a boring ride, and I haven't been on it in years. It is objectively, sure, it is better than these two, but because you can't ride it. It always has a 30-minute line, or even worse. So, all right, Magnum XL 200. I know you got some opinions on this one, Isai.
Yes, I foolishly went along with your bets to not hold on to anything and basically just pure core strength. And my neck was very sore at the end of it.
Yeah,
I think you still owe me the $5.
I still actually, you know what? I wish I had $5 laying around here. But unfortunately I don't.
Support him so he can support me.
That's right. We need some more subscribers. But yeah, this is his first trip to Cedar Point in a while, right? Because you hadn't been in a while, and I'm in the know, so I know about the magic seat on Magnum. Row number 3, for all of these who don't. Row number 3, most intense row. You get the most airtime. And Isai didn't really know what he was getting into, so I bet him, hey, if you don't touch your lap bar, if you don't touch anything, you don't have to go hands up. If you don't touch your lap bar, though, I'll give you $5. And he was a trooper. He made it through, but he also didn't brace as much as it's a lot. So personally, I think it's awesome. But we got a level here. We got to find the middle ground. Where would you put Magnum? Because the airtime was really good. It was.
I would put it above Gatekeeper.
Okay, I think above Gatekeeper is definitely fair. We're gonna put it at the awesome tier for now. It might end up being the lowest of the awesome, but I think it truly is one of a kind, even if it is really painful. Just like Lightning Rod, also one of a kind. Quick plug: go watch the Dollywood video now. It'll be up on your screen in the top right corner. Also a really good vlog. All right, Maverick is next up. There's only one place Maverick can go, and we know where that is. It's goated. Maverick's goated. You got it's just too good. It's just too good. Right? There's no other spot for it, right?
Yeah, definitely is a solid ride. Definitely not the highest goated one.
No, there's gonna be some more up there.
But definitely a solid ride.
Mm-hmm. I think one that's not so solid. We'll just skip to Cedar Creek Mine Ride. I'm gonna give Cedar Creek Mine Ride. I'm gonna give it a little bit above Corkscrew. We didn't ride it on the trip. I haven't been on it in I think at least 2 or 3 years or so. So it's just a small little mine ride, but it's nothing crazy, nothing too special. Raptor, this was closed for our whole entire trip. From personal experience, I'm gonna put it a little bit above Gatekeeper. Yeah. I mean, and you've been on Batman at R6. He's been on Batman the Ride at R6 Flags, so. It is, just think about a little bit better Batman. Actually, I'd say a little bit more than a little bit better. But it is definitely better than Batman. And I generally prefer inverts more than I do wing coasters. So it's definitely at the top of pretty good.
I will say, at least for me, recalling when I was on it, I would probably put it on the same level as Gatekeeper.
As Gatekeeper? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They are pretty close. So yeah, we'll keep them there. Blue Streak. What do you think about Blue Streak? The blue wooden one that we went on day 2, I believe. I think I remember it was riding rougher than usual.
I would either put it like top, mid, or like just above.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Blue Streak a little bit of credit. We're gonna put it at the very bottom of pretty good. I think generally I would take. Actually, no, I'm gonna take it a little bit better than Wild Mouse. It is a classic. It's a little bit of a rougher ride. The airtime's not really there as much. But normally when I've been going, it's been pretty short lines the whole entire time, so you can get on it pretty quickly. Millennium Force. Where do you think we want to throw Millennium Force?
Yeah, actually,
I think
put it
very
top
top of
off.
awesome. I think it is a great ride. Not too much airtime. It is really fast. It is a classic first coaster to break 300 feet. I think personally, most of the time I'd take Maverick over Millennium Force, but we're gonna make this a middle ground of our opinions because Magnum you can't really ride more than twice a day. You can ride Millennium Force all day long if you wanted to. So yeah, definitely a good ride. Top of the awesome tier. Gotta give it some credit. Rougarou, it's.
I would put it maybe just below Gemini, in my opinion.
Just below Gemini. I think that's right. I think that's about right. I think it's around similar to Blue Streak. Great ride. It's got good inversions. It's a little rough. It's got a little bit of a rattle because of how old it is and how it used to be a stand-up. But it is guaranteed a walk-on. I think we rode it twice in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And if Rougarou was at any other park, it'd be one of the most ridden coasters there. It's a good ride,
Yeah.
but the fact that it's at Cedar Point when you have all of these coasters ahead of it, it just makes it tough.
Yeah.
It just makes it tough. So now this is we might have to have a clickbait title for Siren's Curse. Where are we throwing Siren's Curse in this mix so far?
Yeah, I would say below Rougarou.
Below Rougarou. Okay. Here, actually, for sake of space, we're gonna take out the heart of these ones. We're gonna move these back into Chopped and Cedar. Yeah, actually, we'll keep Cedar Creek Minor. Right? These two are good. Oops. Yeah, I think we're gonna put Wild Mouse at mid too, just to make some room. Yeah, it is pretty good. We have to give it some credit. It's not mid, but when we rode Siren's Curse, we rode it after Top Thrill 2. So these were both brand new coasters for both of us, and it's just Top Thrill 2 is just so much better. And that's not even that's not apples to oranges compare. You can't really compare the two.
You can.
But Siren's Curse had a great start. The on-ride audio and the drop and the tilt was killer, especially in the front row and the back row when we tried both. But after that, it was just boring. It was a little boring. Just
the only way that I think that it could be better is that it just has to have more speed.
Yeah. If it had the exact same layout like it does, but if the whole entire thing went like 5 miles an hour faster throughout the whole entire course, I think it'd be really good. I don't think it's the layout's the issue. I just think it's more of the pace that you go through each element. You're not really like whipping through them, but you're also not like crawling through them either to get hang time. It's like that middle area of like you're not really doing too much. So it does have some redeeming moments. The on-ride audio is good. It does. The inversions are good. I think the roll near the end is pretty good, but when it tries to do ejector airtime like Maverick or Steve, you just don't really get out of your seat too much, especially with the over shoulder restraints too. So I think we're gonna give it a little bit better than it's better than Rougarou. I think I'd give it the nod and say it's better than Gemini, maybe like tied with Gatekeeper. I think but we'll say I think slightly below Gatekeeper for now. Or do you think Gemini's better?
If there was no line at either of them, I feel like I would go with Gemini.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I like Gemini. Yeah. We'll give Gemini that, especially if it's racing. I think. Do we have to move Gatekeeper? No, we'll keep it there.
Yeah.
All right, Valraven. We didn't both ride this. I rode this earlier in the summer in the first half of this video when I couldn't ride Top Thrill 2 because it was closed and Siren's Curse wasn't open yet. It's pretty good. I will say I'm thinking about doing a comparison video between Wrath of Rakshasa at our home park of Six Flags versus Valraven. But in this whole entire mix, I'd say it's better than Rougarou. It's better than Blue Streak. They are neighbors. I'm gonna say it's slightly worse than Siren's Curse. I definitely would take Raptor and Gatekeeper over them, but Valraven it's the first drop and that's about it.
Yeah, I know that at least it's been a while since I went on it.
Did you go on Valraven when you first?
I did.
Oh, you did.
I
Okay.
did. And I remember at least at that time, that was probably one of my top coasters.
It was one of your favorites at the time.
Granted, I didn't go on. Me and my friends, we didn't go on Steve or Millennium Force or any of like the bigger ones yet.
Yeah.
That was kind of like weaning into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in terms of all the like regular coasters, if you would, That was probably one of my favorite ones. I would actually put that right below Gatekeeper.
Right below Gatekeeper.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can see that. These are all around the same. There is a significant drop off between Rougarou and Blue Streak, but I'd say all 5 of these coasters are pretty close to each other. Raptor, I'd say, is a little bit more than all the rest of the 2. Now we're at some 2 heavy hitters here. We got Steve and Top Thrill 2. Which one do you want to put first?
I think we have to go with Top Thrill 2 first, just because that was the one ride that we probably rode the most.
We did. We rode it 6 times on the trip. We did cheat a little bit. You saw in the vlog. We did get the fast passes the first day. So we rode it 5 times the first day, but second day we got it right in the morning, 9:15, and we got it almost a walk on, probably a 20-minute wait. So you definitely can get on it.
Yeah.
If you're lucky enough to have it be open the whole day, which last summer, that's 2025, I'm pretty sure Top Thrill 2 was open for 78% of the season. So it wasn't like the year before where they canceled it after 3 days of operating and then they decided to throw in the towel. But I also had the unfortunate luck of having been closed all day when I was there earlier in the summer. So when it's open, if you get in line, you're gonna be able to ride it, even if it's right open from the start. That being said, it is better than Maverick. It's too fast. It's too intense. Yeah, it rattles a little bit, but that just makes it even better. It's like you're taking off in a spaceship and you're like feeling the turbulence of it. Yeah. What else do you want to say? I mean, Maverick is good. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, I think it's just like I would say the only thing is, yeah, at least the first time getting on it, I know that my mind was blown, and this is the speed that very few roller coasters manage to get up to.
Because our very first ride was in the front row.
Yes,
right. It was in the front row.
Lucky.
We got because they sign your rows and they are sticklers on it. All 5 at the time. They're like, hey, can we wait for the front? And they were sticklers on it, which is fair. I mean, at least they're doing their jobs. But yeah, our first 2 rides were front row, back row. And yeah, going 120 miles an hour for that long of a time in the front row is absolutely insane. And it's just something that Maverick can't top. Yeah. It can't. I mean, Maverick's good, great airtime, a little bit longer ride, and it definitely has more diverse elements. But with the speed and intensity, and even the airtime and the hang time over the spike and the drop, it's just Top Thrill 2. It's in a world of its own.
Even and I feel like a lot of people might look at it and think oh, it's just speed. There isn't as much different inversions or things it'll go through. I feel like the sheer speed you're going at just surpasses all of that.
Yeah, and it goes 100 miles an hour backwards. It's not just you're going fast. It builds up to it. 100 mile an hour backwards is crazy. You go up, you're looking down that whole entire spike, and then you're going 120 for a solid 7 seconds. You're going, and then the drop, and you go over the top hat way faster than you did the original. So I might do a video one day comparing the original to the newer one, the sequel. But I'd say Top Thrill 2 is definitely better. It's a more complete ride. The launch is a bit different, but considering going 100 miles an hour backwards, the speed, it's just, sorry, Maverick. Maverick's getting little brothered over here. But now we have Steve. This was our biggest question after riding both of them, because Steve was our second most ridden coaster.
Yeah.
Here, I'll give you the tallies right here. You'll see how many times we rode each coaster on the trip. I think Steve was 5 times or so. Steel Vengeance. I think we talked about it on the trip. We love Top Thrill 2, but Steel Vengeance is still the GOAT. It is it is still the most goated coaster at Top Thrill 2. You just can't beat it.
You can't.
You can't.
Yeah. I think that if I could only ride one roller coaster once and no other roller coaster the rest of my life, I would have to pick Steel Vengeance without question. Yeah.
I honestly would take the second half of Steel Vengeance over, I think, every coaster starting from pretty good down. I mean, it's not so much the speed. You're not so, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the adrenaline's not pumping as much. You're not as like exhilarated as when you're riding Top Thrill 2 or when you're going through the turns super fast on Maverick. But right from the get-go, it is just airtime after airtime, and then you throw in some fun inversions, and then it's more airtime. And it's not just for 30 seconds. This is for 90 seconds. It's such a long ride. It's complete. It doesn't do the same thing over and over again. Like, you have the big airtime hills. You have the off-axis airtime hills when you're leaning one way versus the other. You have the inversions. It has a little bit of theming in the queue, a little bit, but we don't care about theming. Yeah. It's just, you can't beat it. You just can't.
Especially at night.
Especially at night, yes. At night, can't see anything. You do have the bugs that get in the way a little bit, but yeah, Steve's the GOAT. I've never been on a coaster that has as much airtime. Steve's arguably my number one, up with Velocicoaster, but Top Thrill 2 is in my top 5. Or at least it might be 6th. But yeah, it's just these two coasters are so good, which really, like, these two coasters alone make Cedar Point a destination for all coaster enthusiasts. Like, you can't get anything like Top Thrill 2 anywhere in the world. Maybe Falcon's Flight. But yeah, these two alone, you should definitely book your trip. But then you figure out, oh, guess what? There's Maverick, there's Millennium Force, there's Magnum, there's all of these B&Ms, there's Siren's Curse. Like, Cedar Point has such a complete lineup, and it is just absolutely amazing that you need to get out there. Even if it just had Steve and Top Thrill 2, I'd still probably visit there as much as I can. But yeah, I think we got a pretty good list here.
I think so too.
I think it's pretty complete. Everything in the pretty good, like I said, is more or less on the same tier. But these 5 coasters, you can put them in any order. I think those have to be the top 5 coasters. I don't think anything else can sneak in there.
Yeah, and I think the other thing is also that this is just relative to this park.
It's just exactly that is like so our home park, Six Flags Great America, best coaster there is arguably Raging Bull. You can make a case for Goliath, but Raging Bull and Eagle are my 2 favorite there. Where would Raging Bull be in this list?
I would put it either at the top of pretty good, if not barely bottom awesome.
Yeah, I think I would take all 5 of these coasters over Raging Bull. Maybe not Millennium Force. Personally, maybe I would take Raging Bull over Millennium Force. But yeah, this is just relative to Cedar Point, which just speaks to how strong a lineup it is. And I think the only parks that maybe rival it are Six Flags Magic Mountain, maybe Hershey Park now that they've got Wildcat's Revenge. But yeah, that closes our list. Any other closing thoughts about Cedar Point? Just things that you want to shout out as a whole in the park? Maybe things that didn't really go our way on the trip? We mentioned earlier how you could do the whole entire park in 2 days. If you could do it in one full day too, if you have the fast lane. Mm-hmm. But I think having a mix of both, doing a 1.5 day trip, one fast lane, one non-fast lane, was a really good mix, because we got a lot. We got 29 coasters in I think 18 hours in the park, and that's not even including stopping for food or going like walking and all the other miscellaneous things that are in between. But yeah, where would you put? I mean, Cedar Point.
Cedar Point is very difficult to. Overall, it's just like the total package. Mm-hmm. I think you can definitely find better like things, either like food or like specific ride or different things at other parks. But as a whole, I don't know if there is a park as like well-rounded as Cedar Point, mm-hmm. from like all of the sheer amount of rides on it. The food was actually pretty good, especially if you did like the dining pass.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if you're going with like multiple people, the dining pass was definitely worth it. And like I know that even our Six Flags, it doesn't even have like that.
Yeah, or it's really bad. They don't give you good options.
Yeah, and then even like the staff, like I remember like at the very end when
mm-hmm.
we were like wanting something sweet, I remember I asked like one of the cashiers there, like, which one would you pick? And then she was like, oh, this one. And then like I remember it was like, I think it was like beignets or something.
Yeah,
like
beignets.
That. Yeah, and like I remember thinking like, these are like awesome beignets.
Yeah.
So definitely like all around great package. I will say that I feel like to make the most out of it, you almost like, and maybe this is like one of the downsides of it, you are almost forced to get like a fast pass.
Yeah.
To be able to like to get on all like the top tier rides.
Mm-hmm.
More than like twice.
Yeah, like if you're a coaster enthusiast and you're planning a trip to Cedar Point and you just want the credits, which is what you're aiming for, you want to get on everything at least once, then a day and a half with no fast lane, you could get on everything at least once. The issue is that sometimes you might run into a buzzsaw where Siren's Curse has a 90-minute wait. Millennium Force has an hour wait. Steve has an hour wait. And sure, you could wait it out. You could go on it once. But the really good thing about the fast lane is that it guarantees that you get on all of the good ones more than once. And we got on Top Thrill. Like, not a lot of people could say they went on Top Thrill 2 6 times in 2 days. So it's one of those things, and it's something I'm learning as a coaster enthusiast too, is that for some parks, if you're going to do it, you have to do it right. Yeah. You have to do it right. And with a destination park at Cedar Point, you just have to do it right by spending the money for the fast lane one day and then doing the rest for yourself. But from pure coaster standpoint, it is the total package. There are some things that in a perfect world could be left on the table, like theming's not the best at Cedar Point, but it's an amusement park. Like, there is something nice about the Dollywoods of the worlds, the Universals and the Disneys of the worlds, where you're really immersed in the queue and the lines when you're waiting, in actors and all of that stuff. But Disney World doesn't have Steve or Top Thrill 2 or Maverick, or like it's, you know, you can't have everything. And even
then, I feel like that's apples to oranges.
Yeah, it's just preference. It's just preference. Yeah.
Or especially like, as like you get older, when like you're a young adult, or maybe for if there's any parents watching, like for older like kids, I feel like this is where like theming doesn't matter as much.
No, of course not.
You want the ride, you want the adrenaline, you want all of that. So this is definitely one that like you would get on. If I'm being honest, I think if I had small kids, that's probably where I wouldn't like do any of this, just you wouldn't be able to like make use of it as much.
Yeah, and if you had small kids too,
they have their own things.
Sure, they could go on the Cedar Creek Mine rides and the kiddie rides too, but you don't want to be the parent all day that's just kind of like trading off with your kid and then going on the big rides and then coming back. Like, that's where the theme parks are. That's where the Dollywoods, that's where the Legolands or the Disneys, that's where like the little kids can get immersed in the experience. Yeah. But when they grow up, when you whip them into shape and you say, all right, we're going to start riding the big boy rides, that's when you go to Cedar Point. So, yeah, I think we had a really good experience in our trip. Excited to get back eventually. But maybe this year, because we still have the passes that get us, when we got them, you got it all through next year too. We did that summer Six Flags sale, which is awesome. So I might make the trek out there again. I might wait till there's another new coaster. But yeah, overall, I think this is a big step in the right direction for Cedar Point, because the past couple times I went there was a bad experience, especially with how crowded it was and how many rides were closed down. We got a little bit of that this trip, because I remember Raptor was closed all trip, and I think Millennium Force was closed for a decent bit of day 2. But for the most part, friendly staff, great rides, perfect weather as well. We got really nice sunny days. And yeah, we got on a lot of rides, and they were all fantastic. So that's kind of our whole entire thoughts, this mix of a vlog and a ranking. If you guys like this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, so that you can fund me some money to give Isai the $5 I owe him on the Magnum bet. If you made it this far, comment Kumba in the back. Kumba, I got the little coaster poster in the back. So for all the Kumba comments I see, that'll be a really good appreciation, knowing that you made it all the way through the video. And if you like videos like this, make sure you check out the other vlogs that I have on my channel and the other tier lists, ones that I've done just like this, so you get a little bit of mix of both. And if you want to stay tuned for more content, make sure you subscribe. That's all for now. Thank you for watching Coaster Squabble. Isai, thanks for joining me.
Absolutely.
Till our next adventure, and we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.